amateur. Ja rule the temperature, good damage, you a handler, you're too cold. So I bite one on the back, one on the handle. Small Ferrari, it was dirty, so I call that bitch to Roger Love. Got calendar on calendar, so shout out to my manager. I walked through in South Africa, I jumped in Buffalo Acura. I flip it just like Manchester, so silly, just like Crazy. Like a college boy, no I'm not a college boy. I am a so icy boy, I'm tatted like a biker boy. We are the so icy gang, tatted like a biker gang.
So the other day we took the car out after we put the new muffler on, and it seems like the header just literally exploded. It blew a hole in the top of it, and I thought the car was knocking, and fortunately it just sounds a little bit louder because the header kind of goes through the trans tunnel, and so where it broke it was like echoing off the inside. But then I got home and I checked it, and it looks like I had braced the header between the two runners and it's split. So let me see if I can show you that before I pull the exhaust out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I think you can. Is that little tiny hole on the bottom of on the top of the second runner down there? Just has a hole in it. So. Alright, so let's take a look at this thing. And before anyone starts hating, I actually designed this because it's very complex with the steering box in the car, but I didn't weld it. And I'm not going to say who did. I thought they were a little bit better welder than they did on this project, but they're still a great person. But anyway, so as you can see, it's been repaired before and kind of recently. Not too recently, but maybe 6 or 7 months ago when it broke at Lone Star. And so a lot of people are probably wondering, or if you're like me and you beat on your car really, really hard and you're really mean to it and you hit rev limiter a lot and all that stuff, you might be having these types of problems too. So I found a crack here, and I found a crack at this weld that I made right here between the crossover, or like on this crossover. And so these are kind of at welds, so that's kind of the common denominator here. And so if you're wondering why this usually happens, I'll explain. So both times that I've cracked this setup is when I had a muffler on the car at the back. So let me go back and really show you that. So yeah, a muffler just like this one, N1 style, whatever type of muffler you have. So I can't remember who told me this, but it was very enlightening when they did, is that the reason that you're gonna get a lot of cracks at your manifold and really nowhere else in the exhaust is, first of all, it's the hottest part, but it's kind of the pivot point of the whole exhaust. So everything, from the back kind of pivots on your manifold, and it puts a lot of stress on there because it's got a lot of leverage. You think maybe 7, 8, 9 feet, depending on the length of your car, of leverage is going to really magnify at the manifold. And obviously that's the most vulnerable point because it's going to be the hottest part of the exhaust. And so that's why it's going to crack, especially if you have, a big muffler at the back or something like that. And so how I'm going to deal with that today is I've been kind of putting it off, but there's a second hanger location at the back of the car. I'm just going to weld on a hanger and put a rubber O-ring around it so that it kind of dampens some of that movement of the exhaust at the back. I kind of just had to motivate because it started raining really quickly, so I just put the exhaust back on. I might put the hanger on in the back, probably in the future. It's just a little bit, might take a little bit because I got to get the welder back there, and I got to kind of plan where I want to put it and stuff. I also want to add that I had a Vibrant, Vibrant exhaust gasket, like one of the triangle ones, and I've got Vibrant flanges on both sides for the middle of the exhaust, and I don't know what it is, but I'm guessing these Vibrant gaskets just suck because I've gone through like 5 of them now, and they're like $10 a piece. And I mean, this last time I had a bolt fall off one time, one of the exhaust bolts, and had a lock washer on it, but it fell off. And I mean, those gaskets just disintegrate anytime there's like a small leak or anything, and I stay pretty on top of it. So I think these vibrant gaskets just suck. So I'm gonna have to find a kind of a better alternative.